says like this, अब मैं कभी बात नहीं करूंगी और मैं तेरी मम्मी नहीं हूँ अब से. What she was trying to say when she said, you will understand everything I say when you will be a mother. But still, this feeling when you miss your mother, no matter if you are 50, if you are 60, even if you are a mother of, 18-year-old, you will always miss your mother. Okay, because that is one person in your life who will love you and who loves you unconditionally.
Most of the time we crib about ये नहीं है वो नहीं है, but do as a mother I just don't want to pressurize him to do something which maybe we could not do.
Whatever happens to me, I can go back to my mother or father. Whatever happens to me, I can talk to them.
Yes,
Really,
parents, we have a lot of pressure. We can call societal pressure, or when your relatives ask, "What is your son doing?"
so hi ma'am, how have you been? How was your day? How is the weather? And where are you from exactly?
Okay, so I will tell one by one. Basically, or originally, I come from the upper state of India, Himachal Pradesh, but currently I stay in Mohali, that is in Punjab.
Yes.
I'm doing great. I would say that I'm flourishing in my own space, and the weather is quite muggy here. It's not pleasant at all. So that is it. And let me start with my introduction properly, I think. Right? Right. Okay. So as my name is Neha. I come from Himachal. I am a proud homemaker and an online English instructor. I conduct sessions where I deal with the people from diverse walks of life. Actually, I hold a master's degree in English literature, and teaching was always my passion. Though I don't teach in that official setting, I don't teach where I have a classroom or black or white board. But yes, I found a way for my to live my dream. So that's how I teach. I teach online, and I don't say that I'm a trainer. I am a tutor, and I try to understand my learners' requirements. I try to make them comfortable with this language, and I help them to understand the intricacies or nuances of English language. So that's what I do, and I'm a mellophile. But when I say that I'm a mellophile, I really don't have to do anything with musical instruments or singing. I just love listening to music. Music always floats my boat, and that's sufficient for today. And I'm curious to know about you.
So wonderful. And I'm so fascinated right now. I was just listening to you, and you said you have done your master's in English and you don't teach in a formal setting, an official setting right now, but you are a teacher, and I just want to praise you. A teacher is always a teacher, be it in the school, be it at home, be it online classes. A teacher who has their heart, who has their heart in teaching are always teachers. That is what I feel, because I'm a school teacher, so I can actually resonate with what you said. Okay, so the weather is a bit muggy there right now.
Yes, it is. It is.
Okay.
Though it's raining here. I mean, frequently it is raining here. But the thing is, it is so hot and humid. We can say muggy because it's not comfortable at all. When I'm talking about weather of Punjab. So, but where do you live? I just want to know about you. Tell me.
Sure, I'll give my introduction. So, hi, ma'am, and hi, everyone. I'm Rupal, an English teacher and content creator, born and raised in central India, Sihor, Madhya Pradesh. I have done my bachelor's in arts and BEd from Indore and Bhopal, respectively, and I'm currently pursuing my master's in English literature. Though I have completed it, I'm waiting for the results. So I started this conversational journey because I truly believe in the power of connection and real connection, like real conversations, I would say. Okay. It is not always about polished speech, but more about, creating a space where everyone can come and talk what their heart says and can express themselves. Okay. So whether I am in school teaching or just casually, chatting with my students, those moments of honest exchange are what I actually live for. So I really help people speak English in a way that feels natural, expressive, and confident, not forced and rushed, because that was my motive when I started learning English. That I would never learn English or speak English in a way that seems or look forced or rushed. So if I feel everyone deserves to speak without fear, that is what I have always felt, be it English, be it any other language. So that's a kind of space I'm trying to create in my sessions.
That's so nice. Listening to a teacher with so beautiful thoughts always impress me, I would say. Okay, so you live in, I mean, you belong to Madhya Pradesh. My husband was there in Indore,
Oh,
for I
wow.
guess.
Nice. Yes,
Yes, yes.
Indore, I have done my
During
graduation from Indore.
Okay, during lockdown. So
Okay.
we really don't have, yeah, good times there because he got stuck there when COVID hit the
Oh,
world. I have heard somewhere, I mean, in one of your videos with Sunita, yes, with
Sunita ma'am,
Sunita,
yes.
where you were telling that you live alone
Yes, in
here,
a
right?
PG.
Okay. Mhm. So I was just thinking, or I was just pondering upon when we you were telling me that you are on your way and it was raining there in that video. So you know what, you don't laugh, but I am a mother right now. My son studies in grade 11 and I still miss my mother. I mean, to the next level. So especially when I'm drained or I'm low on my energy. So now I mean, you get back, let's say you get back home after a long tiring day, and you don't found your mother there to pamper you, to mollycoddle you. How is the feeling? I mean, how do you handle?
Okay.
It's not easy.
I actually understand and I can actually feel what you're saying. Some days it happens when I am very low and drained and
Hmm.
exhausted and don't feel myself. Okay. Those Monday blues hit and you
Yes.
are no more feeling yourself. So there are some days when you really want your mother's embrace. Okay. And you really want your mother to hug you and sit down and be with you. So, but this is one thing that I'm habitual now. So I have lived most of my life away from my mother. So I'm a bit habitual, I would say. And yes, whenever I miss her, whenever I call her up, and I might be, little mushy, but
Hmm.
my mother is 10x sentimental than me. Okay. So she would cry every time I would leave the house, every time. Now it's been 100 times, 100 of times when I have left and when I have, gone back home. But still, this feeling when you miss your mother, no matter if you are
Yeah.
50, if you are 60, even if you are a mother of, 18-year-old,
Hmm.
you will always miss your mother. Okay, because see, that is one person in your life who will love you and who loves you unconditionally. There are, no rules and no conditions applied there. So when
Hmm.
you talk about your mother, whenever I talk about my mother, I just remember this one thing that my mother is the epitome of, tolerance, I would say. And I
Oh.
actually do not want to glorify this at all. I do not want any mother to go through that, but my mother is epitome of tolerance, I would say. She has tolerated enough in her life, like about everything, be it anything, family, marriage, children, outside world, society, her own body, everything. So she is a very strong lady. Okay, though she is a very strong lady, and because I am her daughter, so somewhere genes are there, so I'm a strong person as well. But whenever it is about each other, okay, whenever she would call me up and she's like, I'm feeling very alone because your younger sister is not there, you are not here, because my younger sister has just shifted to Mumbai, okay, for her further
Okay.
education. Okay, and it has not been 10 days. Okay, and I remember day before, because I don't know how come you came up with this topic. So day before yesterday only, she called me in the night around 9:30, and I was taking an online class. So I just told her that I'll call you back in half an hour. And she knows, and she doesn't behave or doesn't react like this. She always responds, she doesn't react. But then also she was so upset because she was so alone. When I called
Hmm.
her, because I was 15 minutes late, and I called her, and she was like, "You don't miss me anymore. तुम लोगों को तो मेरी याद ही नहीं आती है, and you
Sadly.
people are busy with your own things. You have your own
Hmm.
life and tantrums and everything." I was like, "Okay, okay, I have to listen to her because." And sometimes we become angry, okay, you know, at our mothers because sometimes we are going through something which they don't know, and sometimes they are going through something we don't know. But then
Hmm.
ultimately, I really feel that it is only your mother whom you can go back with any mood, okay, any kind of disappointment. And all your vulnerabilities, your mother will always stick to you, always. Okay, so yes, I really feel sad sometimes when I come back home and nobody's there and I have to do my own chores. You, like you said in the message, please prepare yourself a cup of tea, and then I went to the kitchen and prepared myself a cup of coffee. And that really, that really stayed with me, that, and I was really blown away that how come she knows that I am really in a mood of a coffee or a tea, because the weather is so good. It was pouring down here. It was pouring down here. So when I came back, it really feels like you should share your tea or coffee with somebody. When someone is not here, you feel a bit lonely sometimes.
Right.
But then ultimately moving on with your life is what the circle is all about.
Right. True that. And yes, actually, you know what, as a daughter or as yes, sometimes I feel that we become selfish and as you just mentioned that your mother told you that you don't miss me. So likewise, my mother also, when she usually when she calls us, we are three siblings. So and now at this stage of our life, we all are busy, and my mother is all alone. I mean, she has nothing much to do, right? So this is the crucial time for mothers, I believe. They because suddenly they feel alone because children are busy doing their stuff, dealing with their own struggles, challenges, right? And sometimes we take our mothers for granted, I believe. So that's what I also do sometimes when I don't feel like, I can't say here, but yes, when I am going through certain scenarios in my life. So sometimes when she calls me, if I'm not in a good frame of mind, I just tell her to call me later, or I'll call you later, kind of. But I think mothers are true paradigm of unconditional love, sacrifice, and emotions, right? And you feel when you become a mother. Truly, we can feel them as a daughter. Also, we can feel daughters. Also, we can feel. But when you become a mother, then only you get to live that life. So yes, okay. I don't want to get into this topic, or I'll cry. So
Okay. I
let's
can
call it.
understand, absolutely
Yes.
anyone would cry while talking about something like this. Okay, so,
Yes.
there was a time I was not being able to wrap my head around this thing that my mom used to say this: when you will be a mother, you will understand. When you will be a mother, you will understand. But, I just couldn't wrap my head around this. What it is actually, because I was very young. Okay. But now when I am in my mid 20s. Okay, now when I am actually facing the world,
Yes.
seeing the horizon, I can actually understand what she was trying to say when she said, you will understand everything I say when you will be a mother. Okay, she used to, I sometimes actually felt, and it happens, I do not want to, you know, like, oh, I know sometimes you just can't, your thoughts just can't align with your parents, or maybe your mother in general, just can't. And you keep on fighting, or you end up fighting with each other. There are conflicts sometimes. Okay, so altercation is normal. That is what I feel. There are conflicts, but then ultimately, I feel you can never stay away or stay apart from your mother for a long time. Even if I had a fights, severe, a critical
Yes.
fight with my mother in the morning. And she will tell, I'll never talk to you ever again. Okay, you listen, I'll never talk to you. She says like this, अब मैं कभी बात नहीं करूंगी और मैं तेरी मम्मी नहीं हूँ अब से. Because I want to say this in Hindi because the emotions are there.
Yes,
मम्मी नहीं हूँ
actually.
और तू मेरी बच्ची नहीं है. She would say things like this, okay? And then in the evening only, what did you eat? Did you eat or not? Okay. Did you see what is there in the kitchen? So she would only come back to me and she would cry because I told you my mother is
Right.
very sentimental. So she would cry on every other thing. Okay. But you said this to me in the morning. Now I'm very upset. So I'm crying in the evening.
Yes, actually it happens. I think it's everyone's story, every mother and daughter's story, and so cute. And I'm missing my mother. I'm going to
I'm
make a call
missing. Yes, I
after this
am going to call
session.
her up after this session actually.
Yes, yes,
And I'll be,
actually.
sharing this with my mother that I was having a conversation about you with a motherly figure. I would say you are a motherly figure to me because
Oh,
I
so
teach
sweet
11th
of you.
standard students. And
Okay.
so I deal with parents of 11th standard sometimes. And
Hmm.
they come up to me, ma'am, they don't listen to us, ma'am. This generation is
Hmm.
going out of hand. Ma'am, this generation doesn't understand the emotions and the conflicts and the sacrifices of of the parents, of their parents. So I sometimes feel like that. I feel okay, children need to understand. But then on the other hand, I really feel that this generation is growing at a speed, and there are certain things which are actually, giving them a hard time as well. So parents need to be careful as well. Okay, we just can't put thing or, push them to do something which they don't feel like, right?
Yes, again, we are jumping or we are delving into a very sensitive topic that parenting. I think I have talked a lot about parenting and today's generation, their upbringing, how to deal with teenagers, their tantrums and all, right? But
Yeah.
the thing is, as parents, we need to be smart enough and we need to be very sensitive towards our kids. First of all, don't be a part of that rat race of that, getting grades and all. I told you, I mentioned that my son is studying in grade 11. You must be wondering, he is not going for any extra coaching classes.
Yeah.
Not. I just want him to complete his 12th calmly, peacefully, right? And that's what I can do as a mother. I just don't want to pressurize him to do something which maybe we could not do as parents
Yeah,
when we were students.
absolutely. Yes, this one thing I really feel every parent need to understand that you cannot
Yes,
force your student. Oh, I mean, you cannot force your children to do something which
yes.
you couldn't do. I mean, okay, you can keep your words.
Hmm.
Like we
Yes.
feel like that you can do this,
Hmm.
but do not force
Yes.
them that you should do this. Okay,
Hmm.
they should not.
Yes, that's the thing.
Yeah, that's a kind of obligation. Then don't do that to your kid.
Yes, yes. And easier said than done. It's easy to say, but sometimes because as parents we have a lot of pressure. We can call societal pressure, or when your relatives ask, "What is your son doing?" And
Mm.
now he just got his 10th class result. So I tell you, Rupal, I was done with this scenario because if everywhere on social media, it was all every school was just showing off the percentage, the kind of grade their students got. So I really don't buy these things. To be very honest, as a parent, as a mother, especially, I don't stand these things. I am not running. I don't run after grades. You know what? I used to be a studious child. I don't think so. I have ever left any trophy when I was a student. Yes, I can say I was a bright student, all rounder. But see, I'm not doing any job. Okay. So this thing, we need to understand this thing that now I can tell you names of those batchmates or those people or those girls or boys who used to study with me and they were backbenchers. Maybe they were not bright, but yes, they are working as teachers or as professors and they're well settled. So your grades cannot justify or cannot define your career, the kind of life you're going to have. Okay, though I was the one who chose homemaking over my career because I never wanted to make my son feel alone. So I quit my job. I was working as a teacher, and I have cleared HP teacher
Okay.
eligibility test also. Yes, and now I guess last week we were discussing to go for commission UGC test and kind of, but I told my husband that I don't want to go for that government job now because I'm happy with whatever I'm doing. So that's what matters to me. Second thing, if I talk about today's generation, see, let's say your child become a successful person. I mean, he has everything, name, fame, power, position. But what if he's not emotionally and mentally balanced and sound? What if he's not able to express himself, right? So this is not success for me, at least not. It is completely my point of view. Okay, people have different perspectives. I am not a person who always think about materialistic stuff. Success is something different for me. Okay, so that's what I actually I want my son to enjoy his childhood. That's it, right? And I know his potential. I know no piece of certificate can describe him as a person, as an individual. So that's it. That's what I can do as a mother. And I was never the same person. I Life has taught me actually over the years, I would say. So that's how I can. I think we can learn a lot of things from our experiences. And if we don't learn, we can't progress in our life. So
Oh my
that's my
God,
point
I
of.
must, I must really appreciate your mindset, the way you think, and of course, the way you look at life. This is so beautiful. Very few people are out there who are actually wanting to raise their kid or child in a way like you are, wanting. Like, it
Yes.
is so important to make your child understand that grades and marks are not everything. Okay, there is a life beyond that. Okay,
Yes.
you need to see the wider perspective. And
Right.
you and I are on the same wavelength, I would say. Okay, I also see success as not something which is just stagnant to, salary, good
Hmm.
paychecks, and having a 9 to 5 job. Actually, not. Okay, I would
Yes.
say I had chance to do something else, but teaching was my calling, I would say. Okay, that is where I connect to people. That is where my heart,
Hmm.
actually is. So this is why I'm doing. I know teaching won't take me somewhere very far financially. Actually, everybody knows the truth. Okay, but still, this is what I really enjoy. And when
Yes.
we actually force our kids, okay, to do something in a particular way or in a conventional way, or maybe, just, give it to the conformity of society, then there is, a development of what if mindset in them. Okay. And
Yes.
then there are looping thoughts and there is mental
Hmm.
clutter. And then they start self-sabotaging them. Okay. Then there is self-sabotaging, like they're hurting their own progress. Okay. That
Yes.
person has done so much. I have not done enough. Okay. Am I not good enough? This mindset actually develops when we are actually not creating a space which is conducive and safe. Yeah. So
Yes.
this is what I
That's
really
true.
feel. And then that doubt spiral thing, that when
Hmm.
self doubt keeps increasing in your mind. When there's a self
Hmm.
doubt and it keeps increasing in your mind. Okay, that
Yes.
okay, if I do this, this will happen. And if I don't do this, this will happen to me. But I really feel if you have the support of your parents, because I feel parents
Yes.
are the most important and crucial pillar in us children, in a child's life. That is what I feel. So if your
Hmm.
parent
Hmm.
is, in the periphery where they understand you, okay, and they are related to you,
Yes. Yes.
then nothing can actually stop you from doing what you want. Okay, and you will always have someone who will back
Hmm.
you up, right? Okay, like whatever happens to me, I can go back to my mother or father. Whatever happens to me, I can talk to them.
Yes.
I really want parents should, start creating and think of creating, or maybe look forward
Yes.
to, create an environment where children can sit down and discuss and not
Yes.
debate. Okay, in Indian
Yes.
families, what I have seen is conversation turns into a debate most of the time
Wait.
when it should have been a discussion.
And I tell you the reason. I tell you the reason because as parents, we try to control them rather than understanding them. That's the reason. Whenever, in most of cases, when children come to us, okay, so we try to instead of listen, instead of feeling their emotion, first of all we get into their words, and it's all about controlling their emotions, maybe. Okay, so as parents, sometimes you just need to listen to your children. Just listen to them. And I don't believe in clipping their wings. It's all about, I just want to see, we can't be so neutral or lenient. Okay, we need to make a balance. It's not that
Absolutely.
I'm talking about, I don't believe in either helicopter parenting or conscious parenting. Parenting is just parenting for me. Okay.
It is individual's way. Okay.
Yes.
You cannot
Yes.
define somebody's, way of
Right.
parenting. I really feel it differs to
Yes.
every parent because we have not seen their factors. We have not seen
Yes.
what they are going through. So labeling it as
Hmm.
helicopter parenting, he is doing, this
Hmm.
kind of parenting, authoritarian parenting. This doesn't
No.
actually
Yes.
matter. It is a balance and mixture of everything. So I'll tell you,
Everything.
somebody in the school once told me that you are very frank with the students. Then I corrected them, and I'm not frank, I'm friendly with my students. Okay, there's
Yes.
a difference between being frank and being
And
friendly.
to be
Okay,
friendly.
and you
Yes.
have to be friendly with your students. Okay, if I am being friendly, at least I'm creating a space. where the students can
Yes.
come to me and talk to me about anything. Okay, if
Hmm.
something is bothering them, which they are not being able to
Hmm.
talk to anyone, then finally
Yes.
somebody is there they can come to and talk to. This is why
Hmm.
I like to be friendly with my students.
Yes, I tell you, Rupal, so many students come to me and they tell me, मैम काश हमारे स्कूल में आपके जैसे टीचर्स हो तो हमें इंग्लिश मुश्किल ना लगे. So when I get these kind of words, I get to hear these kind of words from my students. I truly feel so proud. And second thing, I think I hope we are not running out of time. Tell me how many minutes are left. Okay.
No, ma'am, please go on. Please go on.
Okay. So yes, so these things, as a teacher, I think parents and teachers, they are pillars of strength for students, for children, right? So we need to be very smart as a teacher, as a parent, and we need to be very, I guess, open-minded, or we have to deal with children uh, with a I mean, smartness, I can say. We can't choose one particular way. Okay. So we need to understand the requirement of children and six here. And before we wrap this session, I want to know your funda, your rule, or your mantra of life. How do you deal with your life? Maybe when you are low, or when the day is not the way you want. Okay. So how do you deal with those scenarios?
Actually, I'm a firm believer of love. I tell you, I have told this before, I'm telling this again. And when I talk about love, it is not just about being in love with another person,
Hmm.
male, or maybe a male with a female. I talk about love in general because
Hmm.
I really see love all around sometimes. Okay. When I'm having a very bad day, I would actually call somebody, I'll tell you, there was this auntie who would cook food for me. Okay. Lunch boxes. And she's such a sweet lady, such a sweet lady. Ganga Didi, this is for you. Okay. I'm just saying this right here. Okay. She's such a sweet lady. And I can't tell you, she's one of those people who can create the energy, the positive energy in any room she goes into. Okay. Though, she doesn't come from a family where she has got everything in life. Okay. But, I cannot tell you how she is actually, how she's living her life, what struggle she's facing, how she's
Hmm.
leading her life and how she's raising her children and everything. We can actually know because we have seen so many things like this. But her attitude towards life is what I love,
Hmm.
and I'm learning this from her, that she always says this one thing. Okay, Didi, whatever it is, whatever my life consists of, but I have some people who are always there for me. I have some
Hmm.
people I can always call up and talk to. I have a roof, I have food to eat, I have healthy body, I can move around freely. Then what do I want more from life? Of course, we need
Wow.
more from life. But this attitude of hers that she would never give up and she would do every fine thing she can in life is one thing I really look forward to. So whenever I want to deal with my day and whenever I am not feeling, sometimes I feel like, life is a bit hectic and I feel zoned out and messed up. So I just do this
Hmm.
one thing. Whenever I feel like this, I call some people and I talk to
Hmm.
them. I watch something, I read something, I go for a walk, and this cup of coffee. Okay, these little small things in life, they really matter a lot, and we should not treat them as small, because I really feel these small things are changing my life a lot.
Yes, true. And you know what? The being grateful is magical. So if you are grateful in your life, I think you know how to live your life. And that's what I am learning. Because most of the time we crib about, ye nahi hai, wo nahi hai, but we forget what all we have. So
Yes, absolutely.
if you know how to be grateful, there is a theory, you see the glass
Yes,
empty or
half empty, half full.
half
Yes.
empty or half full. So what I say, that I am grateful that at least I have a glass. It doesn't matter to me whether it is half empty or half full. So if you have a glass, you can do wonders with that. Okay. So you should have this, I guess, point of view. And yes, before we wrap this session, I would like to add here that make peace with your past. So because this is what generally I do. I don't read my book backwards. That's what I do. If you make peace with your past, you are ready to work on your present